Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Molechap here, coming at you with another StarCraft commentary. And as I mentioned before, this is another game from the round of 16 of the TVing OSL between Rush and Mini. Mini's going to be the blue Protoss in the bottom left, and Rush is going to be the purple Terran up in the top right. And if you missed my other video, or you're just not sure what's going on here, this is a game from 2012 from the TVing OSL, the last Brood War OSL. And this is a preview, sort of the ASL finals. The Afrika Star League finals are going to be this weekend. I think these guys are going to be probably playing in the next day or so after this gets published onto YouTube. So finals coming up very soon here. That's very exciting. So it's kind of cool to go back and look at, okay, well, you know, how did these guys play against each other 9 years ago in their first ever tournament appearance? It's kind of cool to look at how, you know, here they are in this tournament in you know, 2012, and they're the underdogs, you know, they're the scrubs duking it out against players like Fantasy and Zhongbi. Fantasy was in, you know, their group actually. They both lost to Fantasy in the normal group stage of this round of 16 group. And this is the tiebreaker, if you didn't know that. If you didn't see it before, I actually casted their game that they played in the normal group play as well. Should have gone up yesterday, I think. And so this is the tiebreaker game, though, which I guess spoils the fact that the result of the other game, but I won't mention in case you want to go back and watch it real quick. So this is the tiebreaker game between them, and this is the first game of the tiebreakers. Basically, the tiebreakers is when you have a three-way tie in the round of 16 of the OSL. They do a round robin, and the first player to basically beat the other two in a round robin is going to be the one advanced. So it's Rush, Mini, and Grape. So whoever wins this game will go on and play Grape, and if they win against Grape, then they'll advance to the round of 8. If they lose against Grape, then there'll be a third game between Grape and the loser of this game, and then Grape would have the opportunity to advance. And if they, yeah, you could end up in multiple rounds of tiebreakers if they all trade wins, basically. And we've seen, I think the most tiebreakers we ever had was like 14 games or something like that, where they tied like 4 times in a row. It's kind of crazy. Wait, whoa, wait, hold on a second. What's going on here? Mini is pulling probes to go with his Zealot. He's pulling like 3 or 4 probes. This is a crazy kind of a rush, and I think it's because he sees that there's an opportunity here. The ramp is not being covered. There's a command center first. So this is insane. He's responding to the command center first by doing a rush. Mini is rushing Rush because of the command center rush by Rush. The barracks is just coming up, and the Zealot is walking. He's gonna have to cancel that command center. I think he's gonna have to cancel that command center. He's gonna have to hold. Yeah, he's gonna have to hold the ramp and until. Oh, and he's actually attacking the budding command center instead of the ramp. And now, okay, Mini's gonna try. Sorry, Rush is gonna actually try and hold this. He's gonna try and keep that command center if he can. There's a mana pylon in the main, stopping him from mining as well. With so many SCVs pulled, he's barely mining right now. He's trying desperately to get some SCVs in front of these Marines, and he's killed off 1 probe. There's 4 more probes there, and the Zealot, of course. But the Zealot is trying to kill off SCVs. Basically, he's doing a really good job of keeping it. Oh, the Zealot. Oh, the probes killed one of the Marines. He's trying to get the. Can he block the Marine? No, 1 Marine gets into the bunker, but that bunker is a position to fall back to, but it's not a failsafe. He's not out of this yet, because he can still kind of move around with those Zealots. He's doing Rush is doing just an absolutely brilliant job of making sure that the Zealot cannot get up next to the Marines. He's doing really, really awesome micro here. This is actually extremely high level micro. Even some of the highest level pros don't do this well in this kind of a situation, and they muck up and they lose their Marines. And you know, hopefully he's not losing his macro because of it, but I don't think he is. So very excellently played. Rush in a very disadvantageous position here, might be able to microwave his way out of this, but another mana pylon going down. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a very good one. I don't think it blocks much, but this Zealot is in the main trying to attack these SCVs. He's trying to glitch them out. Okay, it looks like that pylon did actually block that one SCV, and it's blocking one of the patches, so that's nope, never mind. The SCV got out. Anyway, more Zealots pouring in here with this rush against Rush. Rush is microing his heart out. His career is on the line here, ladies and gentlemen. His one chance to be in a Brood War OSL is on the line, and it's on the line for Mini as well, though. He's fighting hard to make this counter rush. This is a response. Oh, and the Marines go down. The Zealot is very low, though. He can actually kill it off very easily. He's got a few Marines left down at the bottom. But again, he's forcing him by sending the Zealots in different places. He's forcing him to go to different areas of the map to deal with the Zealots in the main, deal with the things in natural. He has actually finished that natural command center, so he can actually continue to produce SCVs from there as well, which is going to be helpful. If he can hold this off, he's going to have such a big economic advantage probably, because he hasn't lost a lot of SCVs to these Zealots. Loses one Marine, but is going to take out one of the Zealots. He's microing so well against these Zealots. He's just doing such a good job of keeping the SCVs in the way. The Zealot goes down. I think Rush might have held this. I think Rush has gotten his command center up and held the Rush. The counter, it's hard to call it a rush because it's not like Mini was like, I'm going to rush him. It was like Mini was like, I'm going to do a normal build, but I saw him go command center first, and I need to punish him for it, so I'm going to go for this aggression with what I have. Mini has actually expanded in the background. So it looks like Rush has held off this this punishment rush, I guess you could call it, and he's gonna try to macro out of this. Mini on the same time has gone for this you know, early punishment thing and has expanded behind it. So both players stabilizing. It looks like we're gonna go into a macro game after this somehow, which is kind of crazy. Rush on the bottom right is the right side of the little ticker thing there. Rush is just a few supply behind Mini right now, so it's basically pretty even. And if we look at the worker counts as well, I think they're almost even. I think Rush might have a couple less workers. Dragoon Range just finishing there on your screen, and we do have him starting to attack that bunker. So this is turning into kind of a normal game, basically. Robotics support bay going down. Now, Rush did actually get that scout in and saw the robotics facility, so he knows it's something along those lines, which is kind of nice because then he can say, okay, well, I don't have to worry about DTs right now, unless there's some kind of an absolutely bonkers hidden tech while attacking with probes, while expanding, will be absolute insanity and possibly even impossible. So I think he doesn't have to worry about Templar tech right now, so he kind of knows exactly what to expect. He still might have to get turrets up just to make sure he gets deals with shuttles and what have you, but anyway, so things are pulling out of this here, and you can actually see Mini pulling ahead in supply right now. So Rush has kind of been you know, I think he might not have had as many workers as I thought, and lost so many. He lost a lot of mining time as well. What just happened up there? Is there? Oh, no, that's just a doodad on the screen. I thought there was a canceled building in the top left corner of his base there. But anyway, Rush needs to kind of pull out of this here and get his macro up going strong. He might need to do some vulture harassment or try and do something to punish, but with these Dragoons at the front of his base, I feel like Rush is probably going to get siege tech first, just to try and make sure he can hold off this pressure and macro out. And so he's got, oh, that tank might be in not the best position, actually. It's pick-offable at that little corner there. If he sieges up there, how did he even get that? It looks like it's impossible to move that to that spot because that little terrain thing. But StarCraft terrain is hard to read sometimes. It's really weird sometimes where the actual hitboxes, or not hitboxes, but the collision boxes and the edges of the terrain are not what they look like with the actual sprites or what have you. So anyway, Mini's just continuing to macro pull ahead. Look at this supply count now up to 20 difference. Mini going up 70 to 50 is what it looks like. And he's going to try and sneak in here with some Reavers. There are turrets, but they're not complete coverage. So he's going to get 2 Scarabs off and kill that shuttle, which is going to open up a gap in the defenses for Mini to run in here with his Reaver and the shuttle. He does get a nice shot off onto that tank, trying to kill some Marines as well. He needs to be careful that he doesn't lose that Reaver to tank fire, but he does drop it again. He's microing perfectly here, and while the tanks are dying, he's going to come in with the Dragoons on the bottom as well. He's going to try and drop this reality. If he can get some Scarabs off onto the bunker, he can kill the SCVs and the bunker at the same time. The SCV's running for dear life. It looks like that Scarab is going to dud, but the Marines are dying in the meantime. He's going to go back up to the top in order to kill that new tank on the top line. The Reaver is almost dead, though. If he can kill off that Reaver, it'll be huge. No, the Reaver kills the tank before he can. The turret is not up yet, and there's the GG coming from Rush, and Mini has gotten his revenge. If Mini had won their game in the actual group stage, he would have gone up 2-1, and Grapes lost would have meant he advanced. But instead, Rush forced it into a tiebreaker, and Mini says, well, you know what? I'll take your tiebreakers, and I'll raise you to win, I guess. I don't know, something like that. So he's actually going to win in the tiebreaker there, defeating Rush, who defeated him in the group stage in absolutely spectacular fashion. What a game. Just kind of crazy that he, you know, he saw a command center first and decided to just go in with probes and zealots to punish him. And even though Rush held it off magnificently, like I don't know if even Fantasy or Flash could have, you know, microed that better dealing with this situation. Rush just played that really well, and dealt with it as well as possible, basically, and yet he wasn't able to pull out, and Mini in the background just was able to just macro perfectly out of this. While he's doing this, I didn't actually see when he got the Nexus. It looks like now. It looks like he already has a Nexus down right now. I think he just, or maybe he just put it down. I'm trying to look through for when he had a lot of money in the bank. So here he has 300 minerals, 400 minerals in the bank for Mini right now. This is when he puts down the Nexus. This is really early. Rush hasn't even completed that command center. He's still dealing with this pressure, and he's already put down a Nexus. How cool is that? What absolutely top level play from both of these players. This was just a beautiful game of StarCraft. I'm glad I got to watch it. I'm glad I got to share it with you guys as well. And we can look forward to some beautiful games of StarCraft this weekend with the ASL finals as well. After watching these games between them from 9 years ago, I'm actually so stoked for their games this weekend, because they've done nothing but level up in the meantime, you know? So it'll be fun to watch. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. GG, and take care.